Breaking news: the Middle East is currently heating up. In fact, tensions are rising again. And there is this argument between United States and Iran, and this is dragging global attention following a powerful statement that was released by Iran's elite military force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, commonly known as the IRGC, in a very powerful message that was quickly sent to the United States. This is coming from Iranians that are fighting. These people are already in war with United States. So Iranian military officials declared that any actions violating what they consider Iranian territory, borders, or even sovereignty would be met with severe answers. In fact, it will be called a devastating response. The warning was very accompanied by a threat that the interest of any aggressor operating in the region could be turned into ashes. The news has it that the language reflects one of the strongest public warnings issued by Iran during the current period of tensions. For Iran, Qasem Island holds strategic importance. That's the area located near the entrance at the Strait of Hormuz. So this island sits beside one of the most crucial maritime trade routes every day. Millions of barrels of oils are being passed through this route, and Iran seems not to be playing with that environment because its location, any military activities involving Qasem immediately raises concerns among government, shipping companies, even financial markets around the world. According to the IRGC's accounts, according to the account, the reported strikes against American facilities were intended as a direct response to action. And against Iranian territory, the statement presents the attack not as the beginning of a conflict, but as a retaliation designed to send a message to the United States that Iran is prepared to defend its sovereignty. I will still remind you that Kuwait and Bahrain has, let me say, Kuwait and Bahrain host important military facilities. They hold important military facilities used by the United States, like is used by the United States and even their allies. Installation supports this installation supports the regional security operations, intelligence activities, and even maritime patrol missions throughout the Gulf. Any attack targeting such facilities has the potential to increase tensions dramatically. So it's not going to be taken lightly by the Iranians. Even military analysts often warn that retaliation and even counter retaliation can create a dangerous cycle. Because this issue, nobody is ready to back down. One side responds on an attack. Guys, the other side responds in return. Even the risk of escalation grows, such as each exchange. So this is why many international observers are closely watching development. The concern is not limited to the countries directly involved. A broader confrontation could actually affect the global energy prices and international trade routes as well could be affected. So any regional instability, or let me say even regional stability, could be affected and then make the region unstable. Investors, government, and even business people all have stake in maintaining security throughout the Gulf region. So at this same time, diplomatic efforts continue behind the scene, even as military rhetoric intensifies. Channels of communications between regional powers and even international actors remains active. Let me tell you that the history has even shown that periods of time, heightened tensions like this are often accompanied by the negotiations aimed at preventing a wider issue or conflict. The latest IRGC statement suggests that Iran wants to make one point absolutely very clear. That is, any perceived violation of its territory will not be tolerated, and it will not even it will not even go unanswered. So that was the clear statement Iranian IRGC had decided to make. So that's any action taken around their borders, around their area and territory must get an answer. Whether these warnings lead to further escalations or even encourage renewed diplomatic efforts remains to be seen. So for now, military forces across the region remains alert. Political leaders are watching their next moves, even weighing it. So the world continues to watch one of the most strategically important region on that on the Strait of Hormuz as one of the most important regions on earth. The world is watching it. The world is watching closely. The coming days may determine whether the current crisis moves towards the escalation or even dialogue, right? Or whether it enters into more dangerous phase that could actually cause consequences or even have consequences far beyond the Middle East. For more news and information, I'm going to keep you updated. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this video to others. Make sure you come back for more.